Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie. Page Kit Monday. I think that's what I'm going to start calling these. Seems to be when I post them. It's on Mondays and I've got so many of them. I hope you're all enjoying them. It seems to be one of my more popular videos, so I'll keep doing them until the numbers show me otherwise. Today we're going to look at Die Cuts with a View Watercolor Garden. It's 12 sheets with gold foil. So it's 36 sheets total, double-sided, and gold foil. Let's go. Okay, so the first page, or the first kit that I'm starting with, I am actually using this as my inspiration, not my normal style, but I really do like this paper if I flip it sideways. So if I switch it this way, I really like what this does, and then this gives me a very neutral, basic background to work off of. So I pulled colors from here. Of course, you know how I like my contrast, so I pulled the dark teal out to add in there, and then I threw in the yellow as well, and then in case I needed a little pop of something, I threw in this gold foil sheet. Now this pattern and this pattern are exactly the same. Not ideal, but it's okay. I'm going to just use such a small amount of this that it's not going to be a big deal. The other sides of these, I've got a pink, another floral in a frame, and then this green here. I probably wouldn't use any of these with this front except for maybe the pink, which happens to be the back of this side. So you never know, if I cut it off somewhere around there, you could flip it over and use it for a mat or something. So that is the first kit. The next kit is more along my traditional lines. I choose a multicolor floral. I combine something that looks like a solid. In this case, I went with the dark pink. And I also went with the dark teal. The back sides of these is a lighter pink, which is kind of fun. There's that same paper again, and then this one has the water drops. Here's that same inspiration again, multicolor floral. I combined it with a different dark teal and yellow this time. And the back sides look like this. There is a cut apart in here, and a lot of these could be used for making cards, although there's a little bit more of a balance between cards and scrapbook layouts. Okay, so this next pattern I chose is this potted plant one, and it has little teeny tiny flowers in here. I don't know if you can see them. They're pink and red, and some of them are yellow, and then there's a yellow dot in the background. And I automatically paired that with this green diagonal stripe. I really like the look of this. And then I thought, and this is a little risky because it can go a little Christmas, is how about if I add the red into this mix? Now, like I said, this can go Christmas. So if I'm going to use the red, I would use it extremely sparingly and in a way just to help pull out the flowers in the print. So it's a little bit risky, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I thought this would be a really great page to talk about your gardening or your flower beds or your potted flowers, or you know what you're doing in that area. Would be a great inspiration to jump off documenting that story. Okay, so this next one I would totally use for making cards. I just don't see how I would incorporate this into a layout. I don't have anything at this point in time that would be appropriate. But if you're a beekeeper or you do a lot of gardening or something like that, you totally could. Or if you are Kathy Zilski and wear a bee costume for Halloween, this would totally work for you. But I'm going to make cards out of this. I have this bee hive paper. It's got a lot of words. You're sweet as honey, sweet as can be, how sweet, beautiful you, you're the bee's knees. So I think that just lends itself really well to making cards. Of course, there was a hexagon, you want to call it honeycomb pattern with the foil. So that just was an obvious choice to go together. And then to get that little bit of contrast that I like, I threw in this brown, which has got some purple undertones to it. And how cute would that be to make some cards? add a stamped bee and a sentiment, a bigger sentiment if you want, and you could call that done. So these are definitely going to be cards. I then took this floral piece here and added one of the red in with it because of the red here, and then I also threw in that same honeycomb or hexagon paper, and I really like that combination. The back side on this one are the little mini bees, this foil small floral, and then another red. And then I have a huge stack that I'm going to just keep together to make cards out of. These will make great cards, especially if you have someone who is into gardening in your life. They are punny sentiments, so you could use them for anybody that likes a pun. So I've got the cut aparts here. Backside are these is a tomato print. And you'll see this one, maybe it just says garden, not a big deal, but you could cut that out. It says, "You are radish, I care it about you. I love you from my head to my toes. Happiness blooms from within. I dig you, live simply. I have so much room in my heart for you. We're rooting for you. The best is yet to come. How does your garden grow? Bloom where you're planted. You can't be beat. And beautiful." So you can see how quite easily those are used. This is that cut apart. I think I showed this one earlier. This is a pretty good mix between scrapbooking and card making. The back side of this one is that dark teal. I've got another one of those cut aparts. This one here, I threw it in with the cards because I probably would never use this on a scrapbook layout. It's just not really my vibe per se, but I thought they would make great cards. Hello is obvious. Happy, and then you could stamp out a smaller sentiment in birthday. Thanks, of course, would work. Celebrate would work. Hope, you could always add another sentiment. You know, we hope you have a good birthday or something like that. So I think this would work better for cards for me, but you definitely could use them as titles in a scrapbook layout. The back side is this gold, yellow, and dark teal blue geometric. I had a leftover red, which I threw in here. This has got the small foil flowers, a brown diagonal stripe. The back side of that is this gardening print. So you could easily see you having this maybe as a mat and then throw in one of these garden type cards. I've got a second sheet of those words, the geometric gold yellow, and that's the beehive. And then this one here is just a floral, the raindrops, teal with those dots within dots, and then this print. I don't really like this print at all. It's not my thing, but I don't mind the teal side. And here's that purpley brown. And on this side, it's the brown and teal. Here's a brown diagonal. More of that garden paper. This is the small foil in teal and orange, and I've got 2 sheets of that. The other side is a dot teal, and then another sheet of that gold foil dot pattern, and the back side is leaves and a floral foil, and the back side is this orange and teal, and I've got 2 sheets of that. So again, I see these as making cards. If you're interested in seeing what kind of cards I can come up with, leave a comment below, and I can always show you in a future video what I was inspired to create. So that is it for the watercolor garden paper pad. I hope that you enjoyed the flip through of the paper pad so you could see exactly what was inside it. And until next time, happy crafting.